Billionaire boss declined his pregnant wife's call, unaware it was the moment he lost them both. Leonard Hale had built an empire out of nothing but grit, brilliance, and sleepless nights. At 42, he was the CEO of Hale Global, a conglomerate worth billions. The world admired him, some envied him, but few truly knew him. Fewer still were close enough to touch the man beneath the immaculate suits and marble-cold professionalism. One of those few was his wife, Mara. Mara, soft-spoken and steady, had been with him long before the magazine covers and private jets. She met him when he was a burned-out graduate student trying to secure a loan to launch his first startup. She worked at the library then, quiet, gentle, with a smile that convinced him the world wasn't as harsh as it felt. They married 5 years later, long before success arrived, long before Leonard learned how easy it was for ambition to eclipse everything else. By the time Mara became pregnant with their first child, Leonard was living inside a storm of meetings, deals, and mergers. He wasn't unkind, just absent, always promising he would make more time soon. Soon never came. The call. On a late Thursday afternoon, Leonard sat at the head of a gleaming conference table, surrounded by investors and lawyers. The air was thick with tension. A billion-dollar acquisition was on the line. His phone buzzed. Mara. He glanced at the screen. She rarely called while he was in meetings. The tension in his chest told him to answer. Something didn't feel right, but then the lead investor cleared his throat. Mr. Hale, your thoughts on the restructuring proposal? Leonard muted the call and placed the phone face down. She'll understand, he told himself, pushing down the unease. Just one more hour. The meeting dragged on. When it finally ended, he felt wrung out but victorious. The acquisition was a success. His team congratulated him, shook his hand, and filed out of the room. Only then did he pick up his phone. 4 missed calls from Mara, 2 voicemails, and a text. Lenny, I need you. Please call me. His heartbeat quickened. He called back immediately. No answer. The silence. By the time Leonard reached their penthouse, the sun had dipped behind the skyline. The apartment was silent, lights dim. Mara, he called. No response. Then he saw her purse on the counter. Her shawl draped over the armchair. And one small detail that made his stomach twist. Her hospital bag was gone. He dialed her OB-GYN. The receptionist answered, then hesitated. Mr. Hale, your wife was brought in earlier. She was in distress. You weren't reachable. His breath stopped. She's still there. He managed. A long pause. You should come to the hospital immediately. He didn't remember the elevator ride or the drive. Only the sound of his pulse roaring in his ears. The moment he lost them. When Leonard burst through the hospital doors, a nurse recognized him instantly. Mr. Hale, please follow me. The hallways felt endless, a maze of fluorescent lights and antiseptic smells. He stopped outside a small, quiet family room where a doctor waited. Dr. Reyes had delivered thousands of babies in her career, but her expression now was heavy with sorrow. Mr. Hale, she began softly, your wife experienced a placental abruption. She called emergency services herself. She tried calling you too. The world narrowed. He could barely breathe. We did everything we could. I'm deeply sorry. We couldn't save her, or your son. For a moment, Leonard simply stared, as if she had spoken in another language. As if understanding would destroy him. When the meaning finally settled, it shattered him. No, he whispered. No, please tell me she's alive. Tell me my son. Doctor. Reyes shook her head. She wanted you here. His legs gave out. The doctor caught his arm and guided him to a chair, but he didn't feel her hand. Didn't feel anything except the crushing truth. While he was securing a billion-dollar deal, his wife had been dying. While he ignored her call, he lost everything that mattered. Grief in the quiet. The following days blurred together. Reporters camped outside the hospital in the penthouse, hungry for tragedy. Business partners sent condolences. His board urged him to take time off, focus on healing. Healing, as if a wound like this ever closed. Leonard spent hours sitting in what would have been the nursery, soft yellow walls Mara had insisted on painting herself. A crib half assembled, a baby blanket folded over the chair. He lifted the blanket. Mara had sewn it by hand, tiny stars embroidered along the edges. She worked on it at night, humming softly. He sank to the floor, clutching it to his chest as he finally broke. The world outside kept moving, unbothered by one man's collapse. A message from the past. A week later, Leonard received an envelope with no return address. Inside was a flash drive. He plugged it into his laptop. A video opened. Mara, filmed in the nursery, laughing shyly. "Hi, Lenny, I know you're busy. You're always busy, but if you're watching this, well, our little one might be here already." She placed a hand on her belly, smiling tenderly. "I just wanted to say thank you for working so hard for us, for wanting to give this baby everything. But I hope, someday, you realize that what he'll need most is you. Your time, your love, your presence." Her smile trembled a little. "And I hope you'll slow down. Just enough to see what's already right in front of you." The video ended. Leonard sat frozen, tears slipping silently down his face. She had never asked for much. Just him, and he hadn't given her even that when she needed it most. The man who remains. Months passed. Leonard stepped down as CEO, shocking the business world. He sold off most of his assets and established the Mara Hale Foundation, dedicated to supporting maternal health and emergency obstetric care. People praised him, called him noble, compassionate, but none of them knew the truth. It wasn't nobility, it was penance. Every night, he visited the cemetery. He sat between two headstones, one for the woman he loved, one for the son he never got to meet, and told them all the things he should have said when they were still here. "I'm sorry," he whispered into the wind. "I'm so sorry." The world saw a billionaire philanthropist. But Leonard Hale knew the truth. He was just a man who declined a call he should have answered. And in that moment, he lost the only two people who ever mattered.